Hey gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. In today's video, I will be giving you an update on some Arabian perfumes. If you're interested in hearing about these fragrances, how they've changed, how they've stayed the same, and overall how they smell after a while, then please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, on this channel I talk fragrance, I share a little bit of lifestyle here and there, and in every single video I share some encouragement. If any of those things interest you, then I would love to have you here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so the first fragrance we have up today is Rayhan by Khadlaj. So Rayhan has definitely developed a little bit since I've added it to my perfume collection. One of the most notable differences as of right now is how much the patchouli has developed. So it definitely has quite a noticeable patchouli now. And the patchouli adds a bit of mossiness and earthiness to the fragrance. So it's not a hay-like patchouli, it's more of an earthy type of patchouli. This fragrance does also feel even more fruity than before. The fruits are nice and juicy and sweet. They smell a bit riper than when I first received this fragrance, but now they definitely share the spotlight with the patchouli.
Rayhan has raspberry, mandarin orange, cherry, and strawberry at the top, grapefruit and musk at the mid, and patchouli and blackcurrant at the base.
In terms of performance, this fragrance definitely gives me at least 6 hours of projection where others can smell it and I can still smell it as well. After that, it definitely becomes more of a scent bubble type of fragrance, and this is not the kind of fragrance that I find sticks to my clothing for extremely long. Depending on how much I spray, if I really overspray, I'll smell it on the fabric of my clothes when I take them off, but this is not a beast mode type of fragrance. I would consider this to be more of a moderate performer in terms of projection as well as longevity. In terms of sillage, it definitely gives a nice little scent trail for the first few hours. So definitely not a huge update in terms of performance. However, in terms of scent, this definitely smells much more like a riper fruit, and the patchouli now comes through even more so than when I first received this fragrance. So if you're not a fan of patchouli, you absolutely hate patchouli because of how this develops, I definitely would not recommend this fragrance. However, I still find this perfume to be absolutely beautiful, absolutely princess-like, very classy, very feminine, very put together. And so if you don't mind a patchouli in your fragrances, then this is definitely one to check out. This is Rayhan. The next fragrance I have here is Rayhan Divine by Rayhan. And this is a fragrance that I compared to Attrape-Rêve by Louis Vuitton. I did that video a little while ago, so I'll link it here. I definitely wanted to come back with an update for you all, so let's talk about it. So y'all, Rayhan Divine is so bright and fresh and zesty and juicy right at the top, and I think that the longer I've had this, the more smooth the opening is and the more beautiful those fruits are in the opening. To me, this now smells so much closer to Attrape-Rêve than it did before. However, I still don't think it quite captures the cacao, the richness of Attrape-Rêve, and I also feel like the patchouli in Attrape-Rêve is a bit richer as well than what is in this fragrance. This fragrance, in my opinion, smells like the brighter, fresher, zestier, zingier cousin of Attrape-Rêve. Both fragrances, in my opinion, are great for year-round use. However, just to illustrate what I mean, I would wear Rayhan Divine during the daytime, and then I would wear Attrape-Rêve in the evening for an evening occasion. So that's kind of the difference in how they come across.
Rayhan Divine has top notes lychee, ginger, and bergamot, middle notes peony, rose, and vanilla, and base notes patchouli and chocolate.
So this one I would consider, similar to the first perfume, a moderate performer. I do think it projects a little bit farther than Rayhan. I also think this leaves much more of a scent trail and for longer, maybe about like 4 to 5 hours. And this one may wear slightly longer than Rayhan, but they're pretty much about the same. I get about 6+ hours of wear with this one where I can still smell it, and those around me can still smell it as well. And this is one that I will definitely still smell on my clothes at the end of the day when I take them off and put them in the hamper. So this is one that I would highly recommend. I think it's such a great buy at a fraction of the cost of Attrape-Rêve. If you're on a budget and you want to smell expensive, this is one I would highly recommend because it develops beautifully. It is gorgeous. Everything is still balanced and still smooth, but just a little bit more pronounced now that some time has gone by. This is Rayhan Divine. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to update you all on one of the newer fragrances to my collection. This is Abiyedh Passion. I've had Abiyedh Passion for about a couple of months now, I want to say. So y'all know I had to bring you an update. So, Abiyedh Passion is giving a really beautiful and much more pronounced passion fruit. Passion fruit has developed, in my opinion. I definitely think that it's much juicier, much more pronounced, and it blends a little bit better with some of those other richer and creamier and sweet notes in this fragrance.
Abiyedh Passion has passion fruit and bergamot at the top, cashmere, rosifolia, and mahonial at the mid, and vanilla, musk, tonka bean, and ambrofix at the base.
Now that it's been a couple of months, Abiyedh Passion is giving the most gorgeous sillage. The scent trail lasts for quite some time. If I put it on in a room, it will still be in the room. If I walk by others, they will definitely catch really pronounced whiffs of this fragrance. And so I think that the performance is getting better and better with time. This one also gives me about 6 hours where I can smell it. Similar to the other fragrances I've talked about in this video, this is a moderate performing fragrance, so nothing beast mode here, although it can be built up to a really strong projection and sillage. And in terms of longevity, this one will still be on my clothes long after I take the clothing off and put it in the hamper. However, by the end of the day, this is going to become more of a scent bubble. It is definitely something that you'll have to reapply if you want others to really smell you as you continue to move about your day after around like 6+ hours. So longevity is great. The sillage for the first few hours is amazing. However, this does become a scent bubble by the end of your day. So at around about like the 8-hour mark, it becomes more of a scent bubble type of scent. Nonetheless, this is one that I'm still loving. I still think this fragrance is absolutely beautiful, the perfect blend of juicy and creamy in my opinion, and definitely one to check out when the price goes down so that you can enjoy it next spring and summer. This is Abiyedh Passion. Okay friends, so if you are still here, thank you so much for watching all the way up to this point in the video. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out. That definitely helps my channel continue to grow. And also if you're here and you love fragrance content, I make lots of it on this channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss another upload. In today's video, I will be giving away Athena. So Athena is a fragrance by Maison Alhambra that is similar to Angham by Lattafa. This is one that, although I love the way it smells, I think it smells so similar to Angham, I just have not reached for it. And so instead of just letting it sit in my perfume collection, not getting any love from me, I wanted to offer it up to my beautiful, lovely subscribers, my fragrance family. So if you're interested in this fragrance, definitely let me know in the comments. And also with that, share one of your year-round go-to vanilla fragrances with us as well. And so before I go today, I wanted to remind you and sort of ask a question. What have you given to someone else today? Now, it doesn't have to be something tangible. It can be something like a smile, a piece of advice, a compliment, letting someone who has their signal on over in traffic. It could literally be anything. Giving to others is so healing. What it has the power to do, in addition to making someone else's life better, is it can make our lives feel more enriched and fulfilled and peaceful. Whenever I take the focus off of myself and off of my problems and I focus in on giving to someone or giving to a group of people, I find that to be extremely healing for my soul. And so I wanted to remind you today, instead of focusing on your problems, take a moment to step back from your problems, whatever you may be going through, and look for ways to give to someone else today. And I guarantee you that at least momentarily, it will take some of the weight or burden off of you and bring you some joy and some peace and some healing. And as always, I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.